Bad Gamer Cat. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. We are here in the absolutely stunning game of Eastshade. I don't know what's happening here. I think we're in her way. She's getting nervous about it. So, we are doing various quests, and right now I have to get away from this fountain. It's pretty loud. And let's hit J. So, we are working on tuber troubles right now. One customer seems to have eaten the tuber, but they're too embarrassed to confirm it, in case they don't have it anymore. I retrieved a tuber from an unsuspecting customer. A veggie vendor in Nava accidentally sold 4 toxic tubers. So we have to find one more person who has a tuber. Maybe someone in here? How pretty. Hi! Hello! Hello! Maybe this is like a library or a study. Hi! Yeah, it's a library. Shady and Foxes, a swift downfall. The fields of Eastshade were once inhabited by berry foxes. These minute canines were about 2 paw lengths at full size and consumed only berries. Often found below fruit trees and in tree nests, these creatures were highly social. Overharvesting of fruit trees led to a quick decline in population, and an infection carried from overseas led to extinction of the fox's favorite trees. That's very sad. The berry fox city... Wait, what? Okay. The berry fox city living in alternate fruits. Okay, they must be missing something. The berry fox was extinct within the year. Faring slightly better are their relatives, the water foxes. Very little is known about these creatures, and their numbers are also in a sharp decline. One of the few things naturalists have observed is that water foxes are very shy. They will not even approach their food or nest if someone is standing nearby. All observations of the creatures are best done at a distance. Water foxes have also been observed consuming eggs and caring for their young. We already knew that. Hi. Hi. The Blue Book of Poetry. Children. All the children growing up look out to sea, and once they seal their ships up tight, they set sail merrily. All the children growing up look out to field, and as they plant their many seeds, they count their healthy yield. Now the children, all grown up, look back to home, and though they travel far and near, return from where they roam. Oh, that's cute. Hello, kitty. I was hoping I'd find a coat so that we don't freeze to death at night. Well, nobody to talk to in here, but we read a few books. Beautiful library. Very nice. But I guess people don't talk in a library, do they? I'm not quite sure where to go. Hi, kid. Hi. Chickens. This is really pretty. So, we need to do another painting. We need to do 2 more paintings. Well, let's do one of this. And let's wait till this kid comes around. Okay.
Hi there.
Hi. Oh. Should we report? No, we're not gonna do it.
I can still taste that grape filling. Repulsive.
That would make a pretty cool painting. That would also make a nice painting. But so would the entrance to the city. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. We've got 3 paintings at least. How am I gonna find one more?
Don't you just love the music of the bards?
I always wanted to be a bard when I was a child, but I never learned to play an instrument.
We already talked to her. We already talked to her.
Oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Have you gotten any of the tubers back? I don't mean to rush you, but this is urgent.
I got 3 of the tubers back.
Did you figure anything out? Oh god, did she tell you what she thinks of me?
She thinks very highly of you.
Really? I'm dying. Tell me what she said. Where's her favorite place?
Hot spring on the South Spring coast.
Really? Wow. I'd heard about it, but I didn't think it was real. That sounds like the perfect magical place.
Alright, glad I could help you. Did I get anything for that? I don't know. Can I talk to you? God, I should have waited and taken the picture now. The sun is so much better. Hello? Hi? Maybe we have to go in some of these buildings. Didn't I just talk to you?
Hi there.
Oh, this poor bear. Can I go into any of these buildings? Is there a map? Here, the tarnished teapot. Hello? Oh man! Oh man! Look at the light! That is beautiful. Look at the colors. Okay. Hi.
Welcome to the inn below the tarnished teapot. Correct.
It doesn't have a name?
That is the name. We once had another name, but everyone just called us that inn below the tarnished teapot. I don't really blame 'em. This place is a bit of a dump. The manager has really let it go.
Who's the manager?
Me.
Why is it dumpy?
It's cold and damp, tiny windows. Smells a little stale. At least the front door's nice and big. That's a plus, I suppose.
Why don't you fix it up?
Sounds hard. I used to live on the mainland years ago, working as a bricklayer. Was terrible. Hated every minute.
Emil!
Then my grandma died, bless her soul, and left me a son. Quit my job that day and got the first ship here. For no reason in particular. Just wanted to leave. Bought this dumpy floor for dirt cheap. Didn't really know what I was doing. Now this city's a boom town, and I'm living off the reverse mortgage. Just goes to show, act impulsively, and sometimes you get rich. That's what I've learned anyway. Oh, and have some inheritance.
Okay, how much is a room here? What time is it? Hang on.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a room here, I think. What's upstairs? Just more locked rooms? I'm trying to find the place where that lady works, the artist. The Pauper and the Elk. Storytelling begins 7 o'clock at the Tarnished Teapot. Oh, cool. Is this the Tarnished Teapot, then? Does anyone in here talk? Hi. So dark in here. I can sit using the control button. Okay, let's get back up. Hi. Anybody talk? Hi. What is this? I have no idea what that was all about. Hi! And steal your candle, it's not lit. Hi!
Gather round. Come hear tale of trickery and wit. There was once a witch who lived in a tiny hut at the edge of a swamp. She was skilled in the healing arts and could cure nearly any ailment. Though she had many visitors, her truest companions were a cluster of spiders living under her table. One day, a man ambled up the path and knocked upon her door. "You must be the wise witch Flera, curer of all ills." He looked around the hut with a sneer. "People cross the world for your cures, and yet you live in this terrible shack. Surely folks pay dearly for the chance to continue breathing." But Flera was not one for glowstones, and she quite liked her home. She only stiffened and asked what his ailment was. So he told her of the terrible pains and aches he suffered, horrible scratching in his toenails, in each strand of hair, and in his tear ducts. It was a torture like none other. But he'd heard of the cure, only to be found in the swamp near her home. The only way to ease his pain? The heart root. Well, in all her years of saving lives, Flera had never heard of such a root. But the bog wasn't so treacherous, and she had gone in many times for lesser cures. So she agreed to find the heart root, and the man agreed to wait in her hut. Flera trudged through the swamp, thick with slime and the stinking air heavy with rot. When she came to a clearing of black clay, she thrust her hands into the wet muck, but alas, nothing. She dug for hours, her back aching and fingernails packed with mud. Finally, just as twilight fell to darkness, she found it. A spiraled green tuber, pulsing and glowing like a star.
A tuber?
She lifted the root, heavy with swamp water, and slid it into her bag. Not a moment later, something rustled in the shadows. A tiny silhouette showed itself beside her.
You have stolen from me. That root is not yours to take.
It hissed. The witch could just make out the sight of a moss elf, staring up at her in fury. She told him of the ailing man and the power of the strange root, but the moss elf only grew more angry and stamped his feet in the swampy muck.
It's a root of poison and destruction,
He screeched.
It cannot heal anything. I curse you. I curse you to remain in this bog forever.
And he snatched the root from her bag before darting back into the night. Flara's path melted away, replaced by a ring of identical tree trunks, branches crisscrossing, weaving a cage around her. Roots churned under her feet, and a bone-chilling mist draped itself over the bog. Flara sat down on a tree trunk and got to thinking, wondering about the man who had sent her in hunt of the root. Had he known the truth? Had he wanted to use it for evil? No way to tell, so she set to trying to remember if anyone had ever broken a moss elf curse. Just then, she felt a tickling down her arm and her leg. She fought the urge to swipe, and if it wasn't her own spiders, they brought terrible news. The supposedly ailing man had taken over Flara's hut, demanding riches and luxuries from the ill in exchange for false medicines. He'd thrown out her furniture and dumped the spiders into the rain, threatening to stomp them if they snuck back in. Now, it is often forgotten that spiders know an awful lot about a lot of things. With so many eyes and a knack for spinning tales, it's a natural skill. They knew exactly how to break a moss elf curse and set to spinning huge lacy webs, making a cocoon of the forest. They hummed softly, and when Flara cut through the silk, she was at the edge of the bog, her hut just up ahead. Laborers surrounded her home, painting and scraping, her precious herbs crushed beneath their feet. She peered through the window, and there was the man sitting upon a throne, and beside him a large pile of jewels and glowstones. Flara burst through the door, and he jumped halfway to the sun. "You've taken too much! There are hundreds of jewels before me, and not a one do you deserve! You haven't enough hands to even carry these riches, you snake!" Now the spiders thought this was quite a funny idea, so they hummed again, and the man sprouted hundreds of hands, and his body grew long and snake-like. He shrunk smaller and smaller before slinking under the door and out into the bog. And so, you've now heard the tale of how centipedes came to be.
Wow, that was a long story. That was pretty cool. I thought we were going to get a clue about the bog. But let's get up. Can we talk to her? No? That was a very good story. Thank you. So, I don't know who else we could talk to. We have to find one more person who has the root. But we're not going to do it tonight because I've already been playing for 24 minutes. And my last 2 episodes went long. One went 35 minutes. So I think what I'm going to have to do is maybe take a room at the inn and sleep here for the night. But we're going to end this episode here, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe, leave your comments, and stay safe. Alright guys, take care, and bye for now.